Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Did you miss me? I hope so, because it's been a couple of months since the last time I posted, and a lot has happened in my life since then. Had a few deaths in the family, 3 in fact actually. On the other hand, also had a celebratory birthday trip, not my birthday, my wife's, to Cancun. So, and then it's just been a bit laziness and a bit of non-motivation. I guess it happens to everybody at some point. But it's first week of August and I'm back in the groove, so welcome back. And for those of you who are new to my channel, basically I do outdoor photography, mostly landscapes, but also occasionally birds, like I'm looking to do today, and sometimes even cityscape. I've been trying to expand my horizons a bit. So today I'm on a nature preserve at the south shore of Cormorant, not the south shore of Long Island, and I'm looking to do some bird photography. As I just indicated, there are waterfowl around. I'm hoping to get some birds in flight. Of course, I just missed that shot, but hopefully I'll have more chances. This particular pond, or actually it's a wide spot in the river, is also home to osprey. There are several nesting pairs. In fact, there's also a nesting pair of bald eagles. I don't know if they will show up, but the ospreys already have. In fact, just when I got here, there were 3 ospreys, probably a parent and 2 chicks that were right over here behind me. They left just as I was coming, so hopefully they'll come back downriver. They tend to, it's now about midday, and this is their peak feeding time from my previous experience, so hopefully I'll get some footage of them and some stills. In the meantime, there's quite a number of waterfowl in the area. In fact, well, won't get much with a cap on, but there are waterfowl in the area, some swans, some Canada geese. We're probably going to circle around to a blind that's down there and see if we can get some more waterfowl close up. It's past the nesting season, so at this point birds are fattening up for migration, and I don't think we'll have any migrants yet, but you never know. Usually this area has a lot of songbirds. In fact, I can hear, well, that's a dragonfly. I can hear chirping. That's probably tree swallows in the distance. I don't see them. They usually often go back and forth over this way here. So hopefully I'm getting some nice birds in flight shots. In the meantime, at least I'll get some B-roll of the waterfowl. In fact, you'll already seen a swan that was on the path as I was walking up here. The cygnets are all half grown at this point, but they're still not, I don't think, able to fly. So we'll see some baby swans and maybe some ducklings and who knows what else. So let's stick around, see what we can get over the next couple of hours, because this time of year we've had quite a bit of a hot streak, and once it gets too hot, the birds all kind of lay down, just like most people would. All right, so let's see what happens. The osprey have returned. At least 2 of them have. One's quite a bit way off. I'm having a little trouble framing it. Oh, there it is. So I'm trying to get some footage of it now. Really too far away to get a photo of it though. And that may be another reason why the geese are kind of laying down and the swans, because osprey usually eat fish, and there are a lot of fish in this. Oh, there he is. There are a lot of fish in this area because there's a fish hatchery right up the river. But they're sometimes known to attack waterfowl. In fact, I mentioned about eagles. They definitely will attack waterfowl, and I've seen it happen. So I'm going to hope that osprey gets a little closer. I'm going to shift back into photo mode, and if he makes a dive for some fish, I'll be able to get a shot. All right, so the osprey landed in a tree across the pond. It's going to chill out for a while until some more fish show up. Usually what they'll do is they'll kind of hover in the air before making a stoop. And that's the I've never caught one in action. Maybe with any luck I'll get one today. So let's see. So that osprey is still perched up in the tree. I don't know if he's going to come out anytime soon. He's much closer to the blind location than I am right now. So perhaps I will go over there because that's actually where a lot of the birds, including a flock of cormorants, are sunning themselves. The geese are all kind of resting. It is afternoon and it is kind of hot. If it wasn't for all the ticks, I wouldn't be wearing all these long pants because I'm boiling up right now. But there are ticks, therefore. So I'm going to mosey on down by the pond, which is also going to be upriver, upwind, I should say, from where I'm standing right now, and hopefully that will help me maybe get some ducks in flight, because ducks and geese would usually both take off and land into the wind. So that would mean they're facing this way. If I shoot any ducks landing, they're probably just going to get their backs. So I'll see if I can get some better photos from over in the blind area. I've reached the blind, predictably, since I had to tramp through a whole bunch of brush to get here. All the birds that were in the shade near the blind have all scattered. Now they're all out in the middle of the lake, so it's going to take a while for them to get used to the fact that they can't see me, and hopefully they'll start coming back, since it is kind of shady on this side of the pond. The osprey, as far as I know, is still up in the tree somewhere back that way. Usually you can hear them before you see them, but he's been quiet, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. But hopefully some of the water birds, some of the cormorants and geese and ducks will come a little closer, and maybe I can get some bird and flight footage. But it's going to take a while. It's going to take some patience. That's all I can say. Okay, the birds are already starting to come back. Let's see what we got. And those must be black ducks. Quite a bunch of them. Oh, and all that footage was ruined by a spider web on the camp. I was wondering what the heck is that blurry thing? Spider web. Looks like nobody's been here for a while. A group of ducks just went by. Black ducks, I believe. I'll show you the footage. Again, I'm not getting anything spectacular here, and I didn't really expect to, especially this time of day. Best time for bird photography is really early in the morning when they first arise, and that's when they're probably doing the most feeding. But this park doesn't open that early. I mean, dawn at this time of year is like 6 o'clock in the morning, and this park doesn't open until 8. So, and I couldn't get here that early for various reasons. Because actually I was going to go to another location that didn't work out because there were too many people. So I came here as a second location. I'm going to see if I can get down closer to the shore. This bird's upriver coming down this way. I can't really shoot them from here because of the trees, so I'll have to get down to the shoreline and wait for them to come towards me and see if that works out. Several geese and ducks landed in that area, coming downwind as I expected, or upwind, come towards the wind as I expected, but not where I could shoot them. So I got to get by the water. All right, so this location is kind of a bust. I can hear swallows, but I think they're on the other side of the lake. So I'm going to try 1 or 2 more spots and then maybe call it a day. So I've passed by this old dead remaining what used to be a tree many times, and I've always tried to find a good way to shoot it, though usually when I come down here it's kind of a tough time of year. It's either totally, it's like winter or late fall or early spring before the leaves come out. But right now, as I'm looking at it, the green lichen kind of contrasts nicely with the browning grass in the background, and cloudy skies kind of give the area some texture. So I'm going to take a shot of this tree, maybe a couple of them, and see what I can do with it. And I've always failed to get an image I like of it before, but maybe this time will be the test. I just got to find a way to eliminate or not shoot like the bird nest that you see in the background there, or the osprey stand that's just further down. But this is a really interesting tree. I mean, something about gnarly old trees covered with lichen and moss that attracts lots of photographers, including me. So I'll take a stab at it, and if I get an image that I like, you'll see it right here. Well, wouldn't you know it, as I was setting up to take my shot of this tree, the osprey that I've been hunting for the last couple of hours pretty much flew right over my head. So I hadn't changed the lens yet, so I whipped the camera up, grabbed a quick shot, didn't even have a chance to focus as it went by. Whatever I got, you're gonna see. The R5 actually locked onto the osprey pretty quickly, but the shutter speed I used from earlier photos was too slow to avoid motion blur on a flying bird. Too bad. But in any case, I stalked this tree all around and really couldn't find a good angle to shoot from to capture the entire tree, because on the one hand, the best angle from the tree was blocked by this bush. Another angle from pretty much where you're looking at me right now has a lot of clutter behind me, some deadfall and stuff. So I wound up taking a bunch of shots that I'm going to focus stack that's going to focus just on the northerness of these branches right here. And I think it's going to be interesting. So we'll see. But in any case, I'm going to make this a video. I hope you've liked what you've seen, especially those of you who have not already subscribed to me. Please give me a subscription, give me a like and a comment, help the algorithms, tell other people that my content is interesting to look at. And you will see more of it, although not necessarily from here in the New York area, which is where I live. I'm going to be going down to Maryland periodically, in fact pretty soon, on some additional family business, but I'm going to be shooting while I'm down there in the Maryland and DC area. And having shot there before, in fact that's where I started my channel 2 years ago, I know there's definitely areas to shoot in some places I have not explored. So actually the chance to see some new locations and be able to record at new locations and show you guys new locations should make my content that much more interesting. So again, I will be posting pretty regularly from this point forward, hopefully at least the next every couple of weeks or so. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. So until then, bye.